Good morning, all my little Facebook friends and big ones too. This is a window screen. Everybody wants to know about this. This is a screen that rolls up and rolls down. Yes, I have tinted windows, but I'm just paranoid about the sun getting on my face. You know why? Because when I still lived in Tulsa a long time ago, I had a little spot right here. So I went to the dermatologist and asked him if he could remove that. And I said, old lady spot. He said, what? And I said, well, that's what I always heard those brown spots were. So he says to me, who does all the driving? And I said, me. And he said, then how come you don't have any spots on this side? Duh. So these things are called sunspots, and I don't want any more polka dots on my face now that I am an old lady.
Hi, welcome to Gigi's Place. I'm so glad you came. Come on in. Let's have some fun.
Anyway, I'm off track. I'm in the car, and you seatbelt police are just going to have to get over it because I have my purse on this side, and I got my seatbelt right here, but I can't drive with it on me. So, there you are. I'm on my way to Glen Rose, Texas, to the Creation Evidence Museum, and I've got Dr. Baugh's favorite, what we call in my family, grubbled eggs in the back, and I'm going up there again, or I should say over there, not up, over there again. Last Saturday I kind of made a dry run because I was there with my grubbled eggs and it was the wrong Saturday. But Dr. Baugh got a nice treat out of that, didn't he? Anyway, I'm on my way. And I was just listening to my Bible reading. I have a program on my phone that is called YouVersion, and I choose what kind of Bible study I want to do every year. And I've been reading through the Bible every year in different ways. This one is a chronological one. Do you know what that means? Chronos is the Greek word that kind of means time. So chronological means in the way it actually happened. Not necessarily the way our Bible is put together, but the way it actually happened. So, anyway, I've said anyway about 75 times, and I want you to count how many times I say anyway, okay? Anyway. So, I'm listening to the chapter in Genesis about the flood, and first thing I hear is Noah was 601 years old. He was 601 years old. Remember that. Now, today, people don't live to 600 years anywhere in the world. I mean, there are sometimes that you can find people still alive at 105, 106, 107, and in some really remote areas where they don't have McDonald's and fast food, you might find somebody alive at 110. Nobody lives to 601. So, is the Bible goofy? Is it making up stuff? No. What happened is Noah lived before the flood, the worldwide flood. Now, this is something that the Creation Evidence Museum teaches. Creation evidence. Evidence is a good word. It means fact. It means truth. It doesn't mean a theory like evolution. Evolution is a theory that says some little microorganism, because of a big bang somewhere, crawled up. It rained on the rocks for 1,000,000 years, and that little thing changed into a something, which changed into a something, which changed into a something. And after about 4,000 somethings, we had a monkey. And then man evolved. Now, I've got some people in my family that act like monkeys. Me, sometimes. But there's nobody in my family that started out as a monkey because our family believes the Bible. The evidence of the Bible is, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, the world and everything that was in it. And he created man in his likeness. And then from that man, he created Eve. That's what we believe. And that's what Dr. Baugh teaches. And that's why I love dinosaurs. Because they are something that is being discovered today that is proving the facts, proving the evidence of the Bible. If you are ever in Glen Rose, Texas, or in anywhere in Texas, you need to make sure that you go visit the Creation Evidence Museum. Just have somebody Google it and you'll find it. On the first Saturday of almost every month, Dr. Baugh is there speaking live. Now today we're having a guest speaker whose name is Nadav, and he is an Israeli who now lives in Texas, but he was on the dinosaur dig with Gigi and Mrs. B year before last. He was on the dinosaur dig this year too, but we didn't get to go with them. And he's going to be talking to us today, so it's going to be very interesting. But inside this museum on the second floor are all kinds of museum kind of things, but the most exciting one to me is the Ark. There is a replica, a scale model replica of Noah's Ark, and one side is cut open so that you can see inside the little cubby holes for the animals. Yes, and there were dinosaurs. In fact, if you look back at some of Gigi's other episodes, I actually was there and interviewed Dr. Baugh a long time ago when my hair was longer even. But I interviewed Dr. Baugh and asked him all kinds of questions, and then I did some filming of that. Look at all the people that are still here after the first lecture. I know you can hardly hear me because I'm trying to talk through my mask. Here is the Ark. If you missed it on the other episode, now you'll have to back up some so you can see the whole thing, the explanation and the in-depth pictures. But down here there's footprints. Somebody's looking at a big dinosaur footprint with a human footprint on it. Torah scrolls. Look at the size of the footprint that man is taking a picture of, would you? Oh my goodness. They sure had some long toes. And under there, where I can't get, is where all the Torah scrolls are displayed by a church in Cleburne. That's Dr. Baugh right there, and Miss Belinda. It's a cool place. So it's an exciting place to visit, and on the first Saturday of every month, there's a special program for kids. I think they start at age 5. And then they go all the way up to, well, as old as you want to be to stay in there. And they do special activities. Miss Linda is a former teacher, and she and Miss Julie do all kinds of fun stuff. And speaking of Miss Julie, there's also a little trailer next to the children's one that is the workshop, the lab, where Miss Julie and her husband, Mr. Carson, and their puppy dog Scruffy actually work on the bones that they dig out of Miss Belinda's farm, and they bring them back in they call it a jacket. Looks like a cast to me. They wrap it in things and make it hard so the bone won't fall apart, and then they have to chip it out of there and sometimes glue it back together, do all kinds of things. And you can actually go in there and watch them do that. You can see some of the bones they found. It's an exciting place, guys. Now, there is also a dinosaur Adventureland, which is a little like a Disneyland with dinosaurs down the road, and places to swim in the river and places to picnic. So it's a fun little community. Glen Rose, Texas. If you're ever in Texas, you gotta go. But remember, it's the first Saturday of every month. I might get some pictures to show you today. But otherwise, you just remember old 601-year-old Noah, okay? And all the stuff that happened. I just was listening to the Bible reading, and they told me that he let the little dove go, and first time it came back with something, didn't come back with anything in its mouth, and then it came back with a little branch, and then the last time it didn't come back at all, which means there was enough places for it to hide out that it was safe for the people on the ark to get off. Lots of history, lots of facts, and lots of evidence of a God that loves us in our Bible. So I hope you're going to have a happy Labor Day weekend. I am. I'm going to get to have some time with my family, and today some time with my dinosaur family. Gigi loves you. So does God, big time. Have a happy day. Bye.